Yeah, so today we'll be seeing about the linguistic development. We are entering into the module 4 of this Montessori course. Okay, after this sensorial and this module, we will finish with the sensorial and module 4, so that all the four modules are finished, which is there in term 1, and then we will be working totally on practical for the next month. Okay, so now I'm sharing the screen. So here comes the reading and writing exercises. So reading and writing exercises develops the language development. And in language development, how do we develop? See, as I told you, what is Montessori? Montessori is to develop learning with the use of senses, right? With the use of senses. So now you just imagine how you can develop a language with the use of sense. So for a small child to develop a language means the child must get an understanding for letters and words and the sentences after and later on. So initially, how to develop their linguistic skills? They must be aware of the alphabets from which they are feeling the alphabet, right? So a paper which is used for painting, when we paint our houses, at that time for rubbing the walls, we get that sandpaper. Okay, that sandpaper, one side is rough and another side is smooth. In Montessori, you have to you make the use of sandpaper, and on the rough area, you have to uh, make the child feel the alphabet letters. I'll just show you. See this way. So this is letter B. So this child is actually writing in the correct formation. You just need to draw arrows beside that, and then you need to make the child move the finger on the rough area. How you will make it? See, if there is a sandpaper, the back side of the paper is rough and the front side is smooth. Okay, so from the back side, they are rubbing the wall, painters, right? So what you have to do, you have to go to the shop where there's this all these painting materials you get, and in metropolitan cities like Mumbai and many different places, you get these sandpapers from the stationery shop too. You get a very big sheet of sandpaper too, the stationaries. In the Montessori stores also you get if you have. Okay, so these sandpapers, what you have to do, you have to move it from the front side, draw the letter on that front side, and then cut it. Okay, draw the letter on the first side and then cut it into shape. Okay, the inner part, like if this B is made, this inner part you will cut it with a cutter, and this outer part you can cut it with a pair of scissors. Then paste the smooth side with a Fevicol on the mount board. Now, what is this mount board? Mount board is a hard board which is like a plywood. Okay, so these plywood, it is like a plywood and it is easily cutted with the cutter. Okay, the cutter from which we cut the thermocols, from that you can cut it very easily. That is here in Bhopal, it is 30 rupees per sheet. Okay, so it is not that costly also. And in the festivals and in organizations, we use all these things, these type of materials for decoration in marriages. Okay, these type of materials are used. Those are mount boards. So on these mount board, you have to mount these flashcards. These are flashcards of sandpaper. Okay, so rough side is up and the smooth side you have to paste the Fevicol and then paste it on the mount board. Okay, so on that the child is going to move the finger. The child will feel hard or rough on the letter and smooth on the mount board. So the child is understanding the correct and the proper formation of the letter. So you have to make common cards. These are common cards. This way you have to make arrows also. See, you can see here. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. So this way we teach them the formation. So here this will be the rough line A. This is also will be the rough line. This also will be the rough line. And this middle part will be the mount board. See, you have to cut the mount board into square pieces. So for A, B, C, D, and E, you have to make 5 square pieces of the mount board. Okay, you can take any size. You can take 5 by 5, you can take 4 by 4, you can take 3 by 3, but 5 by 5 is an ideal size. It is not very small also and not very big also, and that a child can easily hold it in the hand, and the child can uh, feel the correct formation of the letter according to the arrows given and the numbers given here. So this thing, if you want, you can take a screenshot for this. This is a proper, this is a proper and the correct format. Okay. So this book, as you all have, mat karo, mat karo. So this you are, so sorry, these my kids. Yeah. So what was I telling? Yeah. So when you are making these flashcards, you have to use the sandpaper. You have to make the arrows, and then you have to write the numbers too on each card. Okay. So in this way, you are actually teaching them the correct formation of letters and numbers. And when you make these flashcards, you can take any color sandpapers. Usually 2 color sandpapers are available. One is brown and another one is black. So you can use one brown color for capital letter and black color for small letter, or vice versa. Fine. Basically 2 colors are available. At times I have seen in Montessori stores, red color sandpaper is also available. Okay, so if red or maroon color is also available. So if all those are available, you can, yes, you can purchase that also. Okay, so these 26 cards you have to make. This is your third practical, and this must be the size of the card. Okay, this is actually what, this is a wooden box actually, and then see this here, you can see this is a picture. This is a picture card, and actually this is a wooden box in Montessori. These are called as sandpaper letters and picture cards. Okay, but you can make the use of cartoon board, and no need to have a wooden box. You can make the use of cartoon, and in that you can keep all these cards. So you can see here these cards. What are these cards? These are called as word cards. These word cards are in rectangular shape, and just like you can write the words, 3-letter word, 2-letter word, 4-letter word. These words you are writing with the sandpaper, means you are cutting each letter in small letter. Like if you want to write bat, so you're cutting B, then you're cutting A, and then you're cutting T. Then you're pasting all those 3 sandpapers in a proper alignment in this rectangular mount board card, and then the child is writing B like this, then A, and then T. So this way the child learns the word. The child is feeling the words. Okay. So this type, within this type, you can make the word cards too. So now here, what you have to make in your practical. This is actually your third practical. First practical is first aid box. Second practical is activity record journal, which I told you that day. So in activity record journal, you have to make the activities related to practical life, any 3, and sensorial, any 3, and then your alphabet and numeracy and all these things you have to make it, these cards and all. So what you have to do, only these 26 cards you will make in a square shape. Okay, this is your third practical. and then you will have to cut those sandpapers and then make these flashcards. If you want to make a stick also, you have to want to paste a stick over it, then you can use an ice cream stick and then make it, uh, and then you can paste it on the mount board too. Fine. So you can make all these cards. Okay, you have to make actually all these cards. Click the photo and then prepare a PDF and send it to us on the app. Okay, and that will be your third practical. Okay, in activity record journal, you do not have to write only these 6 activities. You have one more activities also related to yoga, and many different activities are there. I'll be sending you all those also. I'll be teaching you those activities also. So first these 3 activities, 6 activities you will write, and then you will be making these flashcards. Today I'll be sending you some notes of all these the modules which we are finishing today. So you have to make these common cards only for this practical from A to Z. You have to make a proper arrow here like this. Okay, and you have to you can use the sketch pen also for these arrows. Okay, different colored sketch pens you can use for these arrows, and then you have to make separate 26 cards. Okay, 26 separate cards you have to make. Do not make 13 cards, because if you say that if I am making letter A ahead and the behind and the back side I can make B. No, you have to make 26 cards. Those cards must be hard. You can take a thick cardboard also of a cartoon. If you have got a new TV or a fridge box and you are having a hard cardboard also, you can make use of that also in spite of mount board. But it should be harder. The main intention in Montessori is the child must feel the letter. Okay, so those type of flashcards you have to make. You only have to make the letters. You do not have to make the pictures. Okay, we are not telling you to make the picture cards, because picture cards it will be too much tedious work for you all, as half of you all are working and all many things are there. So you only make these 26 alphabet cards. Okay, so these are about the cards. These are about these number cards. You get all the purpose and material, you get all the objectives. We also make these small cards from which actually in Montessori they are playing the word games. Nowadays we get these type of word games easily in the market. So in when you start your Montessori school, you can just purchase this educational word games and make the child feel this with the use of these numbers, these number cards. Okay, that becomes very easy. Earlier it was not available, so people used to make that, and to make it permanent they used to make these wooden blocks, and with these wooden blocks they used to paint it over these blocks. Okay, so that used to become very easy for them at that time. But now we are getting too many plastic models too for alphabets and playing the alphabet games and playing the movable alphabets. So yes, you can purchase those games, and if you want to make it, yes, you can make it with the use of cardboard, mount board, or any thick board which is available to you easily. Okay, so this was about the language and linguistic development. So this arithmetic development and number rods and all these things is actually in the 5th module, which is there in term 2. So here we finish with term 1 activities, which is having language and sensorial. Now we will be doing only the practical work. Okay, so today I'll be sending you the modules. For the notes, you have to write those notes, and then you have to understand those notes. So any doubts related to the flashcards, you can please ask me.
Ma'am, when to
All
submit
these
that
videos.
alphabets, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
When to submit the alphabets?
Yes, you need to submit those alphabet flashcards, but not now. You need to submit it during September first week or
Okay,
in the
okay, ma'am.
August
Okay.
last week. because
Okay, ma'am.
August is
Okay,
the
ma'am.
month of festivals. These August and October, these are the 2 months which is the month of festivals. Probably you may get many holidays in those August. So I will try to finish off your term 1 syllabus in this July month itself. And in August, you will get many holidays. You get Raksha Bandhan, you get Janmashtami, many holidays are there. Right. So I will finish up your term 1 syllabus in July itself, so that in that August month you will have time to make your practicals, and in September you can submit it. So your term 1 will be over. Fine.
How many terms we are having, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
We are having 3 terms or 2 terms, ma'am?
Yes, you are having 2 terms.
2 terms.
Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
One term is
Term
actually
3
for
months.
3 months and another term is for next 3 months. But as we have started in June, so June, July, and we started from 15, half of June. So June, July, and August. In August, this year, August is having lots of vacations. And in September, starting September only, you have Ganesh Chaturthi. So like this August and September is actually going in holidays. Fine. So in July only, that's why I'm rushing up with the syllabus. So in July only, I'll be completing everything. And in those holidays, do try to complete all your practical work. So that your practical is getting submitted on time and we can work more on the term 2 practicals, because term 2 practicals and term 2 theory is more. In term 2, you have to make one yoga book also. So if I finish it in July now, if I finish it before 15 July, the practicals, then I will start with term 2 practicals and theory also. But you submit it,
Okay,
the
okay.
practical one, you have to submit it in September only. Understood? So you will get time
Okay,
to
ma'am.
make the practicals also, and our syllabus also is going properly on time. Because the calendar I saw, August and September are having lots of holidays. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. So all the best to all of you. So do start working upon your flashcards, purchase the material and start making, so that you will not get any burden during the festivals. Because as now July has started. 1 month, how the 1 month will go, you will not come to know.
Ma'am, if
Isn't
you
it?
have any samples, please send that, ma'am.
Yes, Kartika.
If you have any samples for the letters, please send any one, ma'am.
I'll be sharing
For
you the
any one
samples.
letter.
Whatever samples I am getting it from my zonal head, those sample pictures I'll be sharing it to you. Before today I'll be sharing you the notes. Okay, so start writing those notes
Okay,
also.
ma'am. Okay.
Now we have got a message that if we are not taking the exams, students have to submit the assignments. So for those assignments, I'll be sending you the PDF. So you have to write those notes in your handwriting and make it in the form of assignment, and then you have to submit. Okay. So till now we have got a
We can
notice
make
that there
we can
would
put your
not be
one
any
note
exams,
and we can write
and you
that.
will be having assignments. So you need to submit those assignments. So I'll be sending you the PDF from which I have got it from the zonal center. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. One question, ma'am. We just took one note and we can write that assignment, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm not getting your voice.
Or
Can you
we
please
can
repeat?
write it in a paper.
Assignment, it
Okay,
is
okay.
not compulsory to
So
write it
we
in a
have to
paper. You
write
can write
assignment
it
in
on
a
the
note.
register also and make a PDF. You can prepare
Yeah,
one
I'm having
register.
one note, ma'am, for Montessori.
For?
Yeah, I'm having a one big note. I will make it and I will send pictures from that, ma'am.
Yeah. Fine. I'll just check it out. Okay. So bye
Okay.
bye all of you for the day. Now we'll meet directly on Monday.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.